So today is my Thursday, and on my way up to Woodburn, Oregon, drop and hook, 1400 delivery GM, which is general merchandise trailer. And so I got to dispatch, grab an empty, and run all the way back to Red Bluff. So it's 425 miles from Woodburn back down to Red Bluff. Actually pretty normal here for Walmart. You will run a lot of empty miles like up in Oregon, and it all pays the same. It's just they don't really have a choice because we service these stores in Oregon, and there just isn't enough backhauls up here to be able to send you back with something. So it's either a backhaul, pallets, or empty. And so, hey, it all pays the same, so it doesn't matter to me. Although in the winter, it can get a little scary when you're empty heading across a sheet of ice, but that's part of the job. I don't really worry about that. I worry more about other people and how they're driving. But what I have realized in the last couple of years is there's a lot of people that are really concerned about that. And I actually know a couple of them that they won't work at Walmart because they want to have that local job or something that's just in the valley, down here in California or down there in California, because they don't want to put their chains on. They don't want to get in an accident, too much risk and that kind of thing. But I've been doing this for 22 years. I don't worry about none of that. But I am concerned about other drivers. So it's just part of the job. So all right, that's what's happening so far. I'll get back on here in a little bit.
Today, there's really not a lot going on. I mean, I already told you, I'm gonna drop and hook, go empty back to Red Bluff. Pretty much just a long drive all day long. So not really exciting. But I got to thinking, I realized that really, the point of me doing this channel, I used to think it was, I'm going to teach people stuff and help you out in all these different ways on how to be a truck driver or to work at Walmart or just what type of thing you want to get into. And, I still feel that way. But I realized something else. Actually, this is giving you guys a view of a lifestyle. Now, I think most people that are not into trucking, or maybe it's people that are into trucking but they've only done one thing for the majority of their career, they think of lifestyle and it's just one thing, right? You're living out on the road, you're lonely, you don't get to see family or really get to do anything fun. It's just work, work, work. Well, I see now that, especially at Walmart, but I mean, this can apply to a lot of different jobs. When I say lifestyle as a truck driver, yeah, you're going to have to fill me in on more what that is, because I see a lot of options. I mean, yeah, you've got your over-the-road truck driver. He or she is gone for like a month, and, they come home for a couple of days just to refresh and then get right back out on the road. And, that is a lifestyle. But like for me, for example, here at Walmart, I have a different lifestyle than a lot of our other drivers because I work 5 days on and 5 days off. And so it gives me an opportunity to kind of go out and check out a lot of the areas I've already seen, but, there's new stuff that I see. Like this last week, I went to a new vendor I'd never been to before. It's not exactly taking a trip to Paris or anything like that, but I see new people and things all the time, and I see a lot of familiar stuff too. And I get just 5 days to dip into that and kind of enjoy it a little, and then I get 5 days to go home and recoup and kind of shift gears into the family thing. And it really is, it's a lifestyle. And you can work here and work 5 days on, 2 off, and then so you just get those 2 days to refresh, and then you're back out again. That's a different lifestyle. I mean, most of your time is spent out on the road, or we have schedules where you work 6 days and get 3 off, or there's just a bunch of different schedules. And so what I realize is that hopefully, and you know what made me realize this, actually, I should say, is my subscribers, at least most of them were, that put questions out about, well, how many hours a day do you work? And you go home for a full 5 days and these types of things. And it made me realize that they're probably not used to hearing or seeing that kind of thing. And so it's intriguing to them. They're like, oh, I could drive a truck and I can have a home life 50% of the time and a work life that's traveling for 50% of the time. And it's like, yeah, you can. I mean, really, in a sense, a truck driver is kind of somebody that does a YouTube channel like this. You got yourself a travel vlog. Yeah, again, it's not going to Paris or, wherever, Jamaica, whatever, all these different places, Hawaii. Maybe it's not that kind of travel vlog, but it really is. I choose to just look at the scenery, take videos and pictures. That's my thing. There is opportunity out here to stop in, check things out. You have time. I mean, depending on where you work. Like here, I have enough time to stop and check things out if I really wanted to. But I'm not really into that. I just want to see what it looks like and then move on. Sometimes I stop and check things out, but nothing too in-depth. I had a friend of mine, this is over 20 years ago, we worked for a company and we used to go out to Wisconsin all the time and down into Florida, and he was into fishing. And him and his gal, they stopped at every fishing hole there was along the way between here to the East Coast, and stopped at all these different places, spent a lot of money, that's for sure. And just within a couple of years, he just had a massive amount of experiences and getting paid all along working his job, And it seemed cool, but like I said, it's just not really my thing. But, I do enjoy being out here. And so I don't know, in a sense, this is kind of a travel vlog for truck drivers. So the 5 on, 5 off is a pretty good option for that. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys about that and see what you think.
All right, smooth drop and hook on my way back to Red Bluff. So I think I forget what I have now. 5.5 hours. I don't know. All I know is that tomorrow morning I'll end up driving 2 3/4 hours. I'll still have 8 1/4 hours when I get into Red Bluff tomorrow morning, somewhere around 9ish in the morning. So I do like to go home early, but that would be a bit too much to give up. So hopefully they have a nice little short run for me. We'll find out. But so anyway, here's the Woodburn store, if I could say it. There's really no room for anything out here. It's just basically pull the truck in, pull forward, back it in. So you can lay over in the front parking lot if you needed to stay here. So at the end of the day, I'll jump back on here and tell you what I made and how many miles got completed and the whole bit. So, all right. So there's Thursday all wrapped up. Not much activity today. Made it down here to Weed, California. Well, you can see Mount Shasta and the clouds there. And just wasn't a lot going on. Just drove up to Woodburn, and on my way back, one drop and hook. So I got 620 miles and landed up with 461 for the day, which is quite a bit over my 427 ADP. So not bad. Not a lot to talk about, but not bad. Good day, long miles. So tomorrow I'll end up being in Red Bluff somewhere around 9 in the morning. Well, actually I'll be there about 8, but I'll be out the gate at 9. Gonna have about 9 hours, so yeah, there'll be more to come tomorrow. It'll be a little more exciting, hopefully. And wrap this week up. All right, catch you guys tomorrow.